Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the desk again. And I want to talk about something that's really been bothering me. I hate indie wrestling. I hate the independent circuit. I hate the independent scene. I just hate it. You might not buy that with all the little gimmicks around the desk and the t-shirts, but I'm a pro wrestling fan. Alright, I don't drive 125 miles to go see a bunch of guys who might be good later on. No, I drive 125 miles or 80 miles or 70 miles and I load up the kids in the van to go see professional wrestling. And I am not partial to any particular group of letters, even though I do appreciate some better than others sometimes, depending on the professional wrestlers they have on their card that night. I see what has happened here is the big guys have created two imaginary tiers. We've got professional wrestling slash sports entertainment, which is the same thing. They just want to reach a broader audience by saying sports entertainment, but it's pro wrestling. And then we've got this other tier, like I said, imaginary. It's called the indie scene. And they've done that so that they can talk down on those guys that aren't on TV or aren't making the big bucks. But I can promise you, a local show is going to be just as entertaining. You're going to find athletes that are just as good, if not better, and more unique than what you're going to see on TV. The fact is, wrestling is a business, and every promotion is run by somebody who has an idea of what they want. Alright, you can be the greatest professional wrestler in the world, but if the big guy doesn't think you fit into his mold, you're not going to be there. Let me tell you about my first independent wrestling show. Alright, first local show I went to, I'd never heard of indie wrestling, anything like that. I just knew wrestling. Right away, there were three people on the card that you will agree are professional wrestlers. King Kong Bundy, Rocco Rock, and Johnny Grunge. Alright, they've been the big guys. One of them was a main event of WrestleMania. Now, that they were on the indie scene, does that make them indie wrestlers? So they used to be pro wrestlers, but now they're not professional anymore and they're indie? No. If you step into that ring and you've been trained and you're performing in front of people, you're a professional wrestler. There might be some locker room rules. One that says that you've got to be a wrestler for 7 years before you're declared a professional wrestler. But from a fan's perspective, from the guy who's going to buy a ticket, if I go 100 miles and I buy a ticket and I pump that tank full of gas to see you do what you do, you better be a professional wrestler. I'm not paying to see you train. You're a professional wrestler. Let's get away from this indie scene and indie guy stuff. Claim the title and act like it.